Hello everyone. Thank you for coming to this presentation. It's an honor to meet you here. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I want to thank you for coming to our presentation. The title of our presentation at this meeting is Individual Difference Among Earns and Learning Style. And member of this group include myself, Rudy Salam, and my friend Nur Maulita, Wildan Taufikur Rahman, Hana Teresa, Nazila Baswin, Yayan Saputra, Muhammad Akmal, Mutia Alfiandi, Ilham Argi, Fatia, Galang, and Ariel. Okay, next.
Okay, I'll explain the meaning of each paragraph about individual differences among learners. Learning gains based on media characteristics or interface features are partially unsuccessful. Therefore, differences in individual characteristics among students need to be used as an important mediating variable in explaining the effect of hypermedia on learning outcomes. Learning style is an important variable because it reflects the learner's position on a continuum that runs between extreme strides. Each stride has an advantage in certain situations. The flexibility of hypermedia technology is appropriate to adjust the presentation or of information to suit a particular learner so that the relationship shown by individual differences and the effects of hypermedia provides an insignificant explanation. Not all of the individual differences variables have been thoroughly proven. There are large differences between general ability and specific cognitive style differences with regard to hypermedia use. Okay, next.
Learner level and hypermedia use. General intelligence or ability level is the biggest source of individual differences between learners. The general ability has been used as an independent variable in several studies on the use of hypermedia. This study focused on the strategies used by students in studying the material before solving the problem. Reker and Piroli, 1995, developed of two instructional environments, namely hypermedia and non-hypermedia. 16 students with minimal programming skill were recruited for the experiment. Students work on 4 lessons followed by problem-solving session with a computerized LISP tutor. The numbers of errors that occur during a problem trial session is used as a measure of student performance. The author reported no significant differences between the media. Using a measure of their ability to discriminate between students shows that a hypermedia environment is especially beneficial for high ability students, and low ability students' performance declines after the use of tutors.
Students are diagnosed with learning disabilities, remedial students, and regular students. Study guides are designed to provide increased teaching time for students without adding to the teacher's instructional burden. Students with different abilities are given a fit test to determine the level of knowledge of the learning materials they have achieved. Students in course group have workshops with the same information and question found in hypermedia study guides. The author said that in the pretest there were significant differences between all groups of the students observed in the except direction, except for the computer study guide group. This showed that the smallest learning disability in group study is determined by computations. They conduct a second study using a computer study guide. The results showed that the students improved their scores on the daily quizzes, flow tests, and retention tests. The authors conclude that hypermedia treatment is useful in improving the scores of low-achieving students.
Tom, Bone, and Lafitte studied student learning disabilities. They noted that there was a significant increase in the computer question, but not in the control item. So, this result indicate that teaching material and improved performance. Redman, Wheeler, and Lang investigate whether novice and low ability students will benefit from hypermedia-based introduction in a collaborative learning environment or not. They conclude that this hypermedia-based learning approach was carried out by students differently. This difference vary widely in social context and within age group. Learning style measurement is considered to be independent of ability and remains popular because it can give educator the clearest view of how hypermedia intervention can best target specific group of learners.
Okay, and then learning style, field dependence or field independence. Cognitive style construction have become the most popular for dealing with field dependence or FD and field independent or FI problems. The connecting structure commonly used in hypermedia, namely linear, hierarchical, associative, and random to investigate the independence of field and their interaction. And then learning style, deep or shallow processor. To know one style of learning by how one absorb and process information when the learning process can use questionnaire. The questionnaire can also measure the student's initial knowledge.
Learning style, field dependence or field independence. Active learners outperform others on all three dependence measure, and passive learner outperform neutral learners. Learners who have curiosity, initiative, and broad focus when using their information will be classified as active learners. Meanwhile, passive students are classified as passive students if they show indifference, dependence, and narrow focus. Students who are in between these two categories will be classified as neutral learners. Conclusion on learning style. The conclusion about learning style is that the concept of learning style has many meanings and it is not always clear how to do it. What seems convincing is the fact that high ability learners can do better than low ability learners regardless of the medium of instruction. But hypermedia application offer techniques that can help underperforming learners.
Jargons. Number one, cognitive. Cognitive activities is all mental activity that allow people to associate, evaluate, and consider an event so that people further acquire knowledge. Number two, problem solving. Problem solving is an attempt to find explanation and answer to any problem that is. Number three, media. Media is an intermediary or tool set to have confirmation from the sender to the recipient of the message. Number four, elaboration. An activity that is planned or carried out very carefully and delicately.
Number 5, information. Information is data or fact that are processed in a certain way so that they are meaningful to the recipient. Number 6, low ability. A student with low ability is one who has low achievement below the average child overall in one or all academic areas but is not classified as mentally retarded. 7. Intelligence. Intelligence is the ability of a person to solve pressing problems. In this case, it is a problem that requires the ability of the mind and can be quantitatively and qualitatively measured. Number 8. Pretest. Pretesting is an active level of knowledge of the material being studied by the participant. Pretest activities are carried out before learning activities are given. The benefit of doing the pretesting is to find out the initial ability of the participant concerning what was transmitted. Number 9, programming. Programming is the process of creating programs on computer. The created programs can be in the form of software, website, Android application, and the other. Number 10, literature. Literature is a research used in various educational or other activities.
Number 11, learning materials. Learning materials is material and equipment designed to assist teacher in the teaching and learning process, which is organized in such a way as to meet predetermined competency standards. Number 12, learning style. Learning style is how one easily absorbs information, consists of a combination of learning style, namely active and reflective, intuitive, and sensory, visual and verbal, and sequential and global. Number 13, learning disabilities. A learning disability is disorder that affect the ability to understand or use spoken or written language, perform mathematical calculation, coordinate movement, or direct attention. And the last one, number 14, computer study. Computer study is a method that is used in the process of learning using computer software in the form of computer program.
Okay, jargon number 15 is Lisp Tutor. Lisp Tutor is a tutorial that will teach someone in a comfortable way to learn the second high-level programming language called Lisp. Number 16, hypermedia. Hypermedia is a combination of media or multimedia that is connected via hyperlinks on the internet and can be used non-linearly in learning activities. Content contains information not only in the form of the text, but also from various types of media such as images, sound, videos, and other. Number 17 is links. Links are hypertext that help direct users to location within the application so that users can save time and effort to search for specific pages. Links will be significantly improve user experience.
Okay, number 18, instructional material. The instructional material are one of the elements in learning arranged by curriculum in order to achieve established competence. Number 19, study strategy. Study strategies are organized element in learning that consists of learners, educators, motivators, learning materials, and learning conditions that can support improved learning. And then number 20, learning strategy is a learning activity carried out by teachers and students starting from the planning stage with the hope that the learning objectives themselves can be achieved effectively and efficiently.
Number 21, metacognition. Metacognition is an awareness of oneself, processes, and an understanding of the patterns behind them. Number 22, inventory of learning style. A usable framework to know style learning a person based on how someone absorbs and processes information when the learning process. Number 23, learning outcome is a measurable achievement that the learner will be able to understand after the learning is complete, which helps learners understand the importance of the information and what they will gain from their engagement with the learning activity.
Number 24, learner. Learner are community members who to try develop their potential through the learning process in the educational path, both informal education, formal education, and non-formal education at certain level of education and type of education. Number 25, hierarchical. Hierarchical is an arrangement of things in which things are presented as being above, below, or on the same level as others. Number 26, learning outcome is a measurable achievement that the learner will be able to understand after the learning is complete, which help learners understand the importance of the information and what they will gain from their engagement with the learner.
And that's all for our presentation today, and thank you very much for your attention. We thank everyone here for listening to our project. We hope that you will find something useful from our presentation. Thank you very much for your attention, and we really appreciate the feedback or criticism your give us today. I close this presentation. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.